This person tries to find every reason to catch you up in some unnecessary drama and mess. They try to get you to fight, try to get you to get felonies and misdemeanors on your record, try to call you mental to others, try to make you look like a bad person. They try their best to look like the good person. But now the truth is coming to light that they're just not good. They are very cruel from how they treated you. And the energy I'm picking up is possibly a family member. It could be a family member or somebody that you knew for a long time, like family. They thought because they told other family members and people about you and spread your name in a negative light that they were righteous in doing that. Well, this person is now coming to grips that you spoke loudly when you walked away from their disrespect for the final time. Yes, they disrespected you a whole lot. And the last, you had enough. That last time, you said, I'm just going to walk away from this person because clearly they got to be mental and you're not dealing with it no more. That's what you told yourself. So you walked away from the problem. Now everybody's looking at this person crazy because they tried so long and tried for years to make you look like the bad person. And you don't even want to deal with this person no more. You said, I'm too good for the mess and drama. They thought that they was going to set you up into an incident where you was going to crawl under a rock. You was going to be in a detrimental situation because they purposely put you in it. Or better yet, they thought they was going to get you caught up to the point where you could have had a record. But no, it all worked out in your favor because God was looking at the heart of this person. The person was being kind of wicked when it came to you. Not kind of, they just were being wicked. They couldn't understand why you were blessed and anointed, so they were jealous. Similar to how Saul was jealous of David when David was anointed by God and he was favored by God. Saul got jealous of that and sought after David many times. He tried to fight him. He even tried to unalive him or red rum him because of his jealousy and him having an anointing that God took away from Saul because Saul was doing disobedient things in his sight. So he did not like David because of that, when he should have been a father figure to David. And he continued to pursue him. This is similar to with this family member or whoever this person is that knew you for a long time. If they're not family, maybe they were close to you or they just knew you for a long time. They thought that them disrespecting you, abusing you, mistreating you was righteous until you walked away and never looked back from the disrespect. You don't even want to deal with this person no more. You said, my energy is too good and I have better things to put my energy into than to deal with this foolishness and lose energy by dealing with a toxic mental person that don't understand what they're doing wrong. But when you walked away, that person came to grips. It spoke volumes that you just tired, you're fed up, and you're not dealing with it no more. So the light bulb finally came on with this person that you're done. When you walked away, you told this person you were done. So now they're coming to grips on how they actually really were towards you. See, they thought they were doing righteous the whole time. Now that you walked away and you're doing your own thing, you don't want to deal with this person no more. They now understand the wrongness or the error of their ways when it came to you as a person. They had no business coming for you in that way. They had no business mistreating you or disrespecting you and talking about you to other people and telling them that you were a bad, horrible person when you were just going through some life challenges and some things. You were growing and learning life lessons and trying to be a better person. See, they didn't understand that. They was too busy trying to make your life hard and trying to make your life a living hell for their satisfaction. And now that you don't want to deal with this person no more, because I take it that they stink. And the reason why they stink is because their energy stink. They stink on their inside. That's reflected on the outside. Because they wasn't right with how they did you. Now you don't care what this person go through in life. You letting them reap their karma. You letting them reap what they sow. You letting them do you letting them get their just due reward from how they treated you. You letting them face the consequences to their actions is what you're doing. They couldn't believe that you walked away. They couldn't believe that you said no. Because they thought they was going to be a bully in your life forever. They thought that you was going to sit around and take them mistreating you and you being their punching bag. That's what this person thought. You was going to be their punching bag forever. Like, I could do what I want to you. You're not going to do nothing. But when you walked away and slammed that door and said, I'm not dealing with you no more, and you put them in their place, and you said, I'm not dealing with the foolishness no more, now they got a mental glitch. You know how when they say they got a glitch in the matrix? This person is glitching. They started glitching before they came to grips with you not putting up with it no more. They're glitching because they didn't never think that this day would come. That you was going to say no more, enough is enough. You're not supposed to be mistreated like that. You're not supposed to be disrespected like that. And they thought you was going to sit around there and deal with it forever. What happened was you grew up. You said, I don't want to be treated like this. You started turning that love into yourself. So you know what love felt like. You start practicing self-love. You start gaining a close relationship with God through the power of his Holy Spirit. And this person they thought that you was just going to sit there and take the foolishness. This the pride and the arrogance of this person. They really thought you was going to say, okay, I'm going to sit here and be a punching bag for you. But when you walked away, and not only did you walk away, you elevated. You literally glowed up after it, and you became a better person. Now they realizing what they lost, because now you're gone. They realize how much of a good person you really were, and that you didn't deserve that mistreatment. You didn't deserve that disrespect they was giving you. But because they thought that you had low self-esteem, whatever it is that they thought and their reason was for why they treated you that way, it wasn't right. And now God is working on this person's heart. Don't expect that person to come back. You did enough. This is what God is telling this person. You did enough damage to that person. They're not coming back playing with you. They're not playing with you at all. They're not thinking about you. They don't even want you around them because you didn't treat them right. This is what God is telling this person. And this person is lip turned up, don't know what to do, because they know they wasn't right when how they treated you. They know that you didn't deserve that foolishness. They know that you were better than the disrespect they want to dish out to you. But now your absence is teaching this person a huge lesson. When you mistreat somebody, that person could be around today and then they could be gone somewhere else tomorrow, away from you and your mess and your foolishness. Now they realizing, they're finally coming to grips that you just might not come back. You're not coming back dealing with that foolishness. They need to grow up mentally. They need to get some mental help if they got mental issues. Because clearly they must have some mental issues if they thought you was going to sit around there and put up with the disrespect and the mistreatment and the abuse. And them trying to cause you to be crippled in life by putting unnecessary unnecessary stuff on your record by catching you up in some drama. They really thought they was going to get away with doing that. But God led you away from this person before it even got to that point, because he knew that person's heart wasn't right. And now you know that person's heart wasn't right. You can forgive them, but don't forget. Don't forget how you were mistreated. They mistreated you intentionally. It wasn't by accident. Because if it was by accident, they wouldn't have kept doing it. But now that you walked away from the drama and you say you're not even worth the stress and the headache, now this person is starting to have a little bit of a heart. But it's still not enough to get you to come back. They still could be the same person when you go back. Matter of fact, when you go back, it could be worse than the first time. Because people like this, their pride and their arrogance won't let them change. They're stuck in their ways. And because they're stuck in their ways, it's going to take a lot to get them to change their ways. And they have a problem with doing that. But by you walking away, it's forcing them to change their ways. Because they realizing if they lost you, how many other people don't want to deal with them? A lot of people probably don't want to deal with this person. Because not only did they did it to you, they did it to others. And they thought it was normal. They thought it was normal being a bully. And they thought because they bullied people and tried to control people that they always had the upper hand. And now they're realizing that they don't. They realize, like, don't nobody got to deal with me and how I'm acting. Because don't nobody have to deal with a person like this. And that's what you told this person when you walked away. I ain't got to put up with nothing. And other people probably told that person, I ain't got to put up with your foolishness. Whoever you are. Whoever this person is. People have already said it to this person. We ain't got to put up with nothing. I ain't got to put up with nothing. You need to get some help. Because you're going to be alone by yourself. You're going to get old and rotten by yourself. And you're going to wonder why nobody want to deal with you. And that's why you got to be careful how you treat people. Because you go your whole life for treating people wrong. By the time you get old, your own family members, your own children, they can put you in a nursing home because they don't want to deal with your old, cranky, miserable behind. It could be your own children or somebody that's very close to this person. They get old after all that they did to people, and then now they realize people don't want to deal with them. Then they're going to be in a nursing home. Then they're wondering why they're in a nursing home and why nobody want to deal with them. That's why you got to be careful how you treat people. Because what goes around come back around. And if this person knew what was best for them, they would have left you alone in the first place. And not continue with the abuse, the mistreatment, the disrespect, and the foolishness. But now that you walked away, now they're coming to grips that you just not want to be played with. And that you're just not the one to put up with that level of disrespect. Because you know that you deserve respect and to be treated correctly. And if they can't do it, they get the boot. You giving people the boot out of your life due to disrespect and how they are. And now people are starting to understand because you're gone. They only miss you when you're gone. They only understand you when you leave the room or when you turn your back on the situation. That's when they understand. But when you was around them this whole time, they thought it was funny. They thought it was okay to keep disrespecting you and trying to bully you and make you look like the bad guy in front of others. Them days are over. Them days of disrespecting your name to others and trying to make you look bad to other people is over. This is why God removed you from the situation and he gave you a new beginning somewhere else. Let this person come to grips with what they done. Let them ponder what they done to you and possibly to others on why they going through this judgment or why they're going through people not dealing with them or fooling with them like that no more. Let them learn their lesson that they need to change their ways. Because if they don't change their ways, people are not going to deal with this person ever again. They're going to lose a lot of people due to how they are. And you were the final straw, the lesson that this person needed to understand that they need to change their heart and their spirit towards the way they act and treat people. And this is the prophetic message I got for a warrior one. I wouldn't worry about this person. When you walked away, it was the best thing you could have done for your peace of mind and your sanity. And until next time, bye-bye.